Good morning, good morning, and welcome to this live broadcast. We are here at the Roberts International Airport, where His Excellency the President has just arrived aboard a flight. That's a commercial flight, and from Morocco, the Kingdom of Morocco, and he is accompanied by some members of his cabinet who all form part of the delegation to the 17th Med-Days Forum there in Morocco. And this has been a relatively short trip, but the most was made out of it. The president met with his foreign counterpart, the Gambian head of state. He also met with Liberian students there in Morocco. And if you have been following, we did bring you up to speed with these happenings. There was a town hall meeting there with the students, and His Excellency the President also was awarded. He was awarded a prize. But we're here. We stay here. And it is always our pleasure as staff of the Office of the Presidential Press Secretary at the Ministry of State. So this is a pleasant good morning to each and every one of you, wherever you're joining us from. Whether you are here within the bailiwick of Liberia or you are out there in the diaspora, it's always a pleasure bringing you up to speed with happenings of the presidency. So these vehicles are off to pick up His Excellency the President and bring him over here, where members of his cabinet, the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, Honorable Samuel Weah, and others are standing in wait to welcome him home. And as we have, also announced to you over the course of this week, Minister Weah chaired the cabinet in the absence of the president. So he's here to welcome his boss back home. And just a quick recap of what happened in Morocco. This was the 17th Med-Days Forum, and President Boakai was honored. He received the prestigious Grand Prix Award at that forum on the 27th of this month, and that is in recognition of his leadership, his visionary governance, and his advocacy for the advancement of Africa's global affairs. Also, the president did make an address at the program where so the president did make an address, and in his address he called for Africa to shape the new global order. And his address, as the keynote, that was basically what he dwelled upon, what he expounded upon. And he encouraged Africans that, we should not just be observers in global affairs, but we should be key, contributors. Africa should be a key contributor to the global affairs. And I agree with him. A lot of us Africans would agree with him because, as we know, Africa is a very rich continent. Yes, of diverse people, but we have what it takes to achieve a whole lot. Therefore, His Excellency was honestly right when he encouraged us as Africans, when he spoke to attendants of the 17th Med-Days Forum, asking them to come together, and push for Africa to be the first, not necessarily the first, but just a major contributor to global affairs. And he also met with Liberian students there in Morocco, and a petition was made by the students, and these petitions, there was a general one, and then as students took turns speaking, some other students had their own petitions that they made to His Excellency the President. And there were senior stars of government there who these students were able to meet up with. They were able to have a conversation with, to address concerns that they had. And this has formed part of the president's international travels. He believes so well that Liberians should be able to come back home. Liberians should be able to, wherever they are, they should be able to come back for us to build Liberia. So every time we have seen over the course of these 2 years, every time His Excellency is out there, he meets with Liberians from different walks of life. So the meeting with these students was just geared in that direction. So amongst, some of the things that were said, he also met with his foreign counterpart, the Gambian president, His Excellency Adama Barrow, on the sidelines of the Med-Days, the 17th Med-Days Forum. And he had a lot of things to say about, he had a lot of things to say about So we apologize for that disturbance. The president is now on his way to the
So we have here the main substance.
So His Excellency now, you see staffs of government here, officials of government all smiles as they reach out to the president upon his arrival here. So as I was saying, there were, aside meeting his foreign counterparts, the president also met with students. He delivered a keynote address, and that's just a sum up of his. But here is the president meeting the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs. The Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, Honorable Samuel Steve Weah, there chaired the president's cabinet while he was away. And there were other government officials who accompanied him, who formed part of the delegation to Morocco. Minister Mamaka Beledi. We have a couple of
Being escorted by government officials into
the Chief of Protocol Republic of Liberia, Her Excellency Madam Antoinette Wallo. See her there, receiving a welcome hug. As they all walk with His Excellency to the VIP lounge here, after which he's going to come out and take questions from the press. But yeah, it's an early morning flight and we are here. I would like to say pleasant good morning to all of you watching us and all of you who will watch us from Liberia. So we are trying to make technical adjustments here.
of Africa's natural resources. While we spoke at the leaders forum. So we are hoping that His Excellency President Boakai will bring us the opportunity to ask him a few questions about his arrival here in the country. But there you have it. Boakai has returned to Liberia upon attending the leaders forum there in Upon his arrival, of course, the colonies just about 10 hours ago, President Boakai has accepted the resignation of NAFA General, Director General, of course, and also the LIPA Deputy Director General, two government officials. The officials involved, the suspended Director General of the National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority, Madam Glasgow, and also the Deputy Director General of Training and Development at the Liberia Institute for Public Administration, LIPA, Madam Maria Kamara. So Madam Glasgow tendered our resignation, I think by the 11th, of course, November 11th, 2025. She cited domestic reasons and also requested that the resignation take immediate effect. She also expressed profound gratitude to His Excellency President Boakai. Similarly, also Madam Maria Kamara also did submit all resignation. That was on the 24th of this month, and also takes effect on the 30th this year. In her communication, she also stated that her decision for the careful reflection, and it was actually go into post-mortem. Now, but in another news, also President Boakai did make some appointments in the Parliament. He appointed the ad hoc committee to that is the vice executive chair. I was 27 again. Now, the president is constituting the ad hoc committee to spearhead the process of filling the commission of vice executive Liberia of the entire country.
So again, this is pleasant morning, and we like to extend our good morning to all of you, whether you are in Bonjama, whether you're in Weju, as I usually say, it's always a pleasure bringing you up to speed with happenings of His Excellency, like what he does, where he goes, policy statements, and what have you. And you know, even when he's outside of Liberia, the president is still working. We saw that while he was in Morocco, he did constitute a committee to chair the recruitment of the vice chair for the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, LCC. And even while he was away, he accepted the resignation of some members of his cabinet. We saw the head of the suspended head of the National Fisheries, who resigned due to domestic affairs. So every time, even while he is outside, the president is working. So in few minutes we will go with you.
Folks, wherever you are watching from, we are at the Rabat International Airport. President Boakai has just arrived, and we are in the hall. Keep tuned, still keep watching. Okay, folks, where you're watching from, please hold on for my colleague, Lavette B. Family.
Thank you, and thank you, Cassidy, for handling the commentation while